Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 edition of the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. I'm Tennille Nualo, the Education Coordinator for FilmCo and for this year's ttff 21 edition. This year, we have an abundance of films and industry events that consist of masterclasses, workshops, presentations, panels, talks, info sessions, and a new discussion series entitled Ask the Veterans. We will also have Q&As and we'll be live with the filmmakers. So please be sure to check out our website or social media pages to find all the events or films that you might be interested in. There's plenty happening this week. So today I'd like to welcome you to the live presentation, RBL Digital Banking Solutions for the Creative Sector, brought to you with the support of course, Republic Bank Ltd. In the digital age, and especially during pandemic times, creatives are increasingly looking for simpler ways to earn revenue in the online space and to minimize time spent doing mundane yet necessary tasks. Republic Bank Ltd's new digital banking platform can provide the solutions you need as a creative to operate your business more efficiently. In this 1-hour session, team members from Republic Bank Ltd will explain the new digital banking solutions, Republic Online and Republic Mobile. So now I'd just like to hand you over to our presenters, Patrice Alexis George, Channel Operations, Electric Channels and Payments Divisions, and Troy Joseph, Sales and Services, Credit Card Center. Troy?
Thank you very much, Tennille, and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to really bring this presentation to you all this morning. All right, it's a lot of fun stuff, and it's a lot of stuff that can really benefit you as a creative and as a merchant doing business locally and internationally. All right, so this morning I'm going to present on our e-commerce service, or as we call it, Republic ePay service. All right. All right, so let me just show the presentation here. I don't see my screen. Okay. All right, so the agenda this morning is really to discuss what is e-commerce, right? Key drivers of e-commerce, core benefits of e-commerce, as well as what is our ePay solution. All right, so e-commerce really refers to electronic commerce as really the buying and selling of goods and services online, right? And this is really done via the internet, right? Whether it's your PC, your mobile phone, over the phone transactions, etc. Right. So some of the key drivers for merchants as well as for customers, right? It's really customer centricity, right? Basically, what we've realized is that with e-commerce, there's if you want to call it a boom on explosion in penetration of internet-based transactions, right? It really facilitates our data for merchants. So basically, you as a merchant can collect a lot of data or a lot of information on your customers, right? Whether it's repeat customers, new customers, so you can really drive your marketing towards that, right? It's a lot of omni-channel growth as well too. So in terms of facilitating brick and mortar, online, and really linking all of them in one basically, right? So some of the key benefits for e-commerce. Well, I'll start with business cycles, right? Go to market is very fast. Sometimes within a few days, you can actually start accepting payments from customers, right? Or with the assistance of the bank as well as the service providers, right? The cost is minimal in the whole scheme of things because the reach will be international, and rather than having a local community-based market, right? Shoppers, everything can be done online. So there's no need for persons to come to your physical location. Um, Again, the data that you collect from your merchants, from your customers, sorry, it really assists you to really build and grow the business. All right. It's very easy to really capture the newer customers because they'll be able to compare prices, etc. Right. On the customer side is basic. It's safe and it's convenient, right? And which is what a lot of customers are looking for. Um, Prices relatively lower than brick and mortar because you have the option of really choosing from one business to another, right? Saves your time, product variety on a very large scale, right? Um, and again, it causes or enables the customer to make an informed decision as well, right? So some of the top retailers in the US, and I know we are familiar with some of them. You have Amazon, you have eBay, Walmart, Apple, Home Depot, etc. Right? And just to name a few. Right? We also have quite a number of local merchants in the e-commerce space, and I'm sure a lot of you may have used their website or their facility one time or the other. Right? So on the RBL side, just to name a few, you have Nichols, Capital Insurance, Domino's Pizza, Sports and Games, RBL Building Solutions, um, TTRS, right, for the ride sharing, etc. Right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the e-commerce solution or the e-pay solution. We call this e-pay solution. Right. So some of the main benefits of it is that it allows you to create a website, right, and start accepting payments from your customers. Right. Also, if you have an existing website, you can actually simply embed a payment button on your existing website to receive payments from your customers. So whether your business is retail based or service based, you can actually start accepting payments simply by using a payment button, right? The other side to that, however, is that even without a website, right? So even with only your social media page, Instagram, Facebook, um, Twitter, WhatsApp only, right? You can actually start sending customers one, send them a payment link. Two, if they you can actually embed a payment link on your social media bio as well, so right? Or they can simply scan a QR code and make a payment to you, right? So the public EPS solution, yeah, is basically four main factors. I think that this is what really draws merchants to start using the facility, right? It's cost effective. Right? The cost, as I said, is minimal, right? In your whole scheme of things, it's inclusive, right? All businesses, doesn't matter the size, from the smallest to the largest, can actually use this facility. It's credible because we use the main payment gateway in the region, which is First Atlantic Commerce. So, in terms of security, the transactions, the card information, everything is safe, right? Both on the customer side as well as on the merchant side, right? And we actually have the bank to assist with any issues you may encounter, right? The onboarding process, it's fast. Let's say a minimum of 4 business days, and this would apply to existing customers or existing merchants. Right? For new merchants, it may take a little longer, right? But within a week or so, we can have everything actually set up and running, and you can actually be able to accept payments within, let's say, 7 days or so. All right. So just to give you a little breakdown of what the two options are. So one, we have a fully integrated solution, which is really for businesses that have one, maybe a mobile application, or two, the scale of the business is so large, right? They would require a lot of backend information, a lot of backend processing, right? So this solution means that the merchant will need to have their website or their platform integrate directly to the payment gateway plus Atlantic Commerce. All right. So the other solution is an e-invoicing solution. right, which is the simpler solution to set up, which is the more cost-effective solution and the faster solution to really get started with. All right, so just to give you a little cost breakdown, right, for the fully integrated solution, it's 100 US is a one-time fee. Right, this is for the payment gateway. You also charge a monthly support fee. This is for any technical support you may require, and this is only 75 US monthly, or the equivalent of, let's say, 510 TT. Right? There's also a per transaction fee of 25 cents US, which, when you work it out, works out to like $1.69 TT per transaction. Right? In addition to, once you're accepting card payments, whether it be credit card or debit card online, right, there's always a commission attached to it. So it's really basically a percentage of the actual transaction amount. And this generally is around 3%, 5% at most. All right. So the e-invoicing solution. So there are really three packages to the solution. It really differs by the number of users. All right. So for the one user option, it's $14.99 US. Right. It's a monthly subscription. 3 users, it's $19.99 US, and 10 plus users, it's $49.99 US. Right, and the user simply means that you can actually have multiple persons within the organization log into this platform in order to manage the platform, whether it's a previous invoices, whether it's a view reports, etc. This is what the difference in the number of users means. Right? The processing fee, 25 cents US, as well as there's a one-time setup fee of 60 US. Right? So one thing I should mention with this particular option is that just like any other subscription, it requires a credit card to be linked to the account. So basically, let's say like in Netflix or Amazon subscription, these fees will come out on a monthly basis. All right, so you're basically paying for the subscription one, and you're paying for the number of transactions you did. Right, so this is one of the easy options to set up, and it's also one of the cheapest options out there in order to receive payments online. All right, so our process in terms of getting started is really simple. All right, so for merchants who want to accept payments online, one, you'll need a RBL commercial account. All right, two, in order to apply for the solution, you can actually visit our website under the e-commerce section. All right, you can download the application and email the completed application back to us. Right, we have a designated email address, and we have a number of team members on this email. So once you receive it, we start processing it. We then reach out to you in order to get some additional information and then advise on what are the next steps. Right, so generally within receipt of the email, we would normally respond within a day or so, just to let you know that we received it and we are in the process of getting the assessment done. All right, so once the application is approved, we will then send an agreement with the actual cost breakdown, terms and conditions, etc. And once we get back this from you, we will then be able to create what we call a merchant account. Right, this is what's going to link to your invoicing solution or basically your website. Right, so when customers make a payment to you, it goes from your website or the invoicing platform to the payment gateway and then to Republic Bank, where we credit your account accordingly. All right, and again, the process, it could take us as little as 4 business days for us to set up. All right, so the EPA solution, and just basically how it could work for you. I just want to share this with you as well. All right, so this is really a case that I think a lot of persons would really be familiar with, whether you're on the customer side of it or whether you're on the merchant side of it. All right, so we just have a case here which is, I think, familiar to us all, trying to order food. And I think from a merchant's perspective, it is really difficult to really manage your funds and really manage your orders, because someone can place an order, whether it's via phone or whether it's via your website, without payment capabilities. And they don't show to collect the order, right? So it doesn't mean that whatever you would have put out for them, that goes to waste or because somebody else didn't want the order. So with the e-commerce solution, what it allows you to do, once someone's placing an order, they are actually able to make a payment one time. So whether they collect the order or not, right, you actually are able to receive your payment from them upfront. Right, so it's really up to them whether they want to collect or not, and whether you want to make some form of arrangement with them, whether it's to collect on a later date, etc. But I mean, with food, these things are really difficult to facilitate, right? So the other option, or the other case, I should say, would be for like businesses that provide services, right? What we, I think what we all may have encountered one time or the other is going somewhere, making a payment, and the first thing they'll say that they don't have change, right? Or you might not have enough cash on you, right? They may not accept links of credit card, etc. The machine might be down, etc. So again, with this solution, you can send them a payment link. Um, you can actually have them scan a QR code and make a payment to you on the spot, right? So this is really just an alternative to the traditional point of sale and traditional cash payments, etc. Right? WhatsApp, scan QR code, visit link in bio. So all these things are really, I think, commonplace now more than ever. Right? I think this is a good one as well. Number three. Right? I think a lot of times we order stuff from courier companies, or we get stuff delivered, whether it's Aeropost, WebSource, um, Tropical, etc. Right? They come with wireless machines, um, no signal, right? They don't accept cash, right? How are you gonna pay them? So either one, the driver has to wait until there's some kind of signal, or two, they may have to come back sometime with your order because you were unable to pay for it at the point. Right? So what this would allow you to do, when they send you that initial invoice, you can actually make a payment to them one time. So all they need to do is really collect the item when they schedule it for delivery, right? Sign as receiving the item, and that's the end of your transaction. Right? So I think this is something that a lot of businesses really need to adopt, um, and it really makes things a lot easier too for both consumer and merchant as well. Right? So we have something else special for you guys as well tonight, so which I'm coming up to. So just some must-haves in terms of e-commerce solution, right? And I think a lot of merchants, they believe coming online is simply just that, just creating a website or um, a social media page, and people will come on and just start using the platform. Right? So just some basics in terms of when you have an online presence, especially a website or mobile application, right? It must be user friendly, right? Which is critical. I think a lot of persons really take that for granted as well too, right? Mobile friendly websites, being able to work on your mobile devices, tablets, smartphones, etc. Right? So something kind of special offer to really bring the customers or keep them coming back to your website or your business basically, right? Refunds, return policy, these things are mandatory. Um, Shipping policy, terms and conditions, contact us. So all these are basic requirements on our website, right? FAQs, just so that you won't have to answer the same questions over and over, right? You visit the FAQ section, and you can actually get the answers to so many questions you would have, right? Um, Secure, right? Which is critical. So we use something called 3D Secure, which protects both customer, merchants, and the bank as well, right? From basically fraudulent transactions, right? The website must have a um, SSL certificate, right? Which is really a secured certificate. So it means that the information on your website, it won't be compromised, right? Different payment options, because I mean sometimes one payment option isn't enough, Right? So whether it's cash on delivery, online transfers, etc. So that's so that you're able to capture the market properly and not just cater to the um, technical owners, etc. Right? Images. I mean, the site must look good. The images must be high quality, which is critical. I think persons visiting our website with very low quality images would really be dissuaded from making a purchase. Because one, they can't see the item properly, and two, it means that the merchant didn't really take their time to really put out a good product, right? So, and well, I should mention this as well too. The resources to build a website, right? Sometimes it is challenging and expensive, right? But there are marketplaces out there where you can actually upload your content, upload your images, and they facilitate the backend software, right? All you will need to do probably pay them well, it might be a subscription or pay them a per transaction fee, right? But the time to market is a lot faster than if you need to go through the entire process. And this is basically geared towards those merchants who considering mobile application or considering a website, um, a custom built website to be exact, right? So these things take a lot of time sometimes, right? But a marketplace will definitely assist in getting you out there a lot faster, right? So we have something really special for the TT Film Festival, um, and it's only really last night that we kind of brought it forward, all right? So what we will be able to offer you, all right, would be for the invoicing solution. All right, so from Monday 27th up until October 31st, all right, we'll be offering persons special discounts. All right, so once you sign up for the service, you'll be able to get the first month free. All right, this is for the invoicing solution, first month free, and the next 3 months, 35% off of your subscription. Right, so whether you choose the one user, three user, or 10 user option, right, you then 35% off these 3 months. Right, so in order to apply for the service, visit the website, right, download the application, complete it, email it back to us with the required documents using the same email, e-commerce at rfhl.com. Right, once we receive it, we start processing it and we then reach out to you. I'll let you know what the next steps are. Right, so I hope you all enjoyed the presentation, and I hope these options would really convince you all to start in the online space or start accepting payments um, that are non-traditional. All right, so forget about the cash, forget about the point of sale in terms of the reach, because this is really about expanding the reach to the regional and international market as well. Right, and this solution can actually assist you all with just doing just that. Right, so again, thank you very much, guys. Stay safe, and I would like to hand you on over to my colleague, Patrice Alexis George, who will take you into the ENDCASH space as well as the Cardless Cash space. Right, Patrice, to you.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday as we are. And thanks, Troy, for your presentation and also telling us about EP. I am going to bring to you two of our latest digital offerings that, like Troy said, is going to bring some bit of ease and comfort within your lifestyle because right now we are all going at a pace. So, what we want to do is make life a little easier for you. I'm going to present to you on two of our options, which is Cardless Cash and ENDCASH. What is Cardless Cash? Just as the name suggests, cardless cash, the ability to get cash without a one card or a bank card. And you may be wondering, how is that possible? It's simple. Cardless Cash allows the bank customer, Republic Bank customer, access up to $1,500 daily. And what does that mean? You have $1,500 that you can transact per day without your card at and have access to this at any one of our Blue machines throughout Trinidad and Tobago. You can use this to send funds to someone, to send funds to pay for something, and funds can be even sent to yourself. And basically, you're sending it via your mobile phone. The recipient is going to receive it via their phone. They're going to get a transaction ID and a cash code, which is going to be sent to your mobile device. Now, you may be wondering, okay, they get the cash code, they get the transaction ID, and they visit an ABM, any one of our Blue machines, and you put in your transaction ID, you put in your cash code, you get the funds, how much ever is sent. However, the cash code is a one-time use. So you don't have to be overly concerned or worried about, okay, so they took out the money at one ABM. What if they take it out at another ABM? That's not going to happen. One cash code, that cash code is only for one transaction. Every time you send a transaction, you get a unique cash code. So you don't have to worry about someone going and deciding, let me try something, right? So that's not going to happen, right? Now, the cardless cash, to send a cardless cash payment, it's a fee of $4 per transaction, per payment that you would send, right? And how can we use cardless cash? As I said before, to receive payment, direct sales, event bookings, send to someone you may have money for or someone who wants money. If you're like me, and this may have happened to some of you, when you go to an ABM or you do a point of sale transaction and you use your card and for some reason you don't put it back in your wallet or your handbag and you just maybe stick it in your jacket pocket or whatever you have on. You get home, next day you're out and about and you realize my card is not here. What do I do? You have your phone, you can send a cardless cash transaction to yourself. So you don't have to worry now, I don't have a card, I can't use my money. I can't get access to it. You can. Your son, daughter, or someone is out and they want something and it's like, Mommy, I saw this here and I know we needed to get this, but I don't have enough cash in me. Not a problem. You send them a cardless cash transaction, a request, they collect the cash, they do the purchase. And it's as quick as easy as that and convenient. All right. So for more info on our cardless cash option, you can always check online and you can call the bank and we can give you all the information you want on the cardless cash. All right. My next presentation is going to be on ENDCASH. You notice everything is about cash. We have cardless cash and now we're going to ENDCASH. Now, ENDCASH, and we may wonder, what is ENDCASH? What do you mean ENDCASH? You may have seen this at some one of our merchants or somewhere you would have gone recently. You'd have seen a little sign that has ENDCASH accepted here. Just as the tagline says, scan, pay, done. Pay with your phone. What ENDCASH has done is turn your mobile device into your digital wallet and a social hub. Let me tell you what I mean by a social hub. With ENDCASH, not only can you make payments, scan, you pay, done, you visit a merchant, and let's say some of our merchants we have Camor, we have Mickles. So let's say you go to Camor, you visit Camor, you decide, hey, you have your meal and you're now going to pay, but you decide you're going to split the bill because you and somebody there. You don't have to now go through and wonder, okay, I have to get change for you and how we going to, no, we scan, we pay, that's it. You split it right there and it's fine. And it's available for both consumer and the business, right? From the consumer standpoint too, you still at Camor. And you know, we love to tweet. We love social media. We love to comment on a business. We love to give our feedback and we love to start conversations. So you like the food, you like the ambience, and you right there on ENDCASH, you have a social media feed. You go on and you start tweeting, you start our conversation, right? And you get people starting in with you also. And the most important thing, loading your digital wallet is also simple. You can load your wallet with your credit card or any bank card that is e-commerce enabled, right? You can load your wallet, and that you don't have to worry about security, because all your business details, your bank information is encrypted, right? Because we use multiple layers of security, because as a bank, we take security at heart, right? You trust us with your funds and your security, and we do what we have to do to protect that, right? Signing up for ENDCASH is very simple. It's mere minutes, if so much. You can visit endcash.com. You can download the app via Google Play Store or the App Store. And that's it, right? We have over 300 merchants onboarded thus far. And we're looking at much more coming on. We have over 7,000 users. And what I like about ENDCASH, it's also ideal for our IG business sector, our IG entrepreneurs. You have your store online, you have it on IG, and this is a payment feature now. You don't have to now set up anything. You can send that payment request, and your recipient, who you're selling to, your customer, your intended customer, makes that payment. From the consumer end, you're loading your wallet with, as I said, with a bank card or your e-commerce enabled card. You can do it with your credit card or your e-commerce enabled card. You send, you receive payments easily in one digital space. As the tagline says, you literally scan, pay, done. You scan that QR code, funds are gone, that's it. You're out of there, right? You can cash out your funds too at any local bank account, or receive and you can receive your cash out either via cash or check, right? It's a nice feature because I mentioned the social element of ENDCASH, which is find businesses nearby. You're based in Port of Spain. Somehow you end up in the east, and it's around lunchtime, and you're wondering, where can I go to get something? Right there on the app, you can scan for restaurants. It'll pull up all the ENDCASH restaurants within that location where you are. That is totally awesome, right? Apart from that, as I mentioned before, you enjoy it, you like what you have, post about it, right? The app newsfeed is an awesome element to it. Now, that's from the consumer standpoint. Let's see what businesses can do on ENDCASH. You can accept your payments online and in-store via the payment request or the QR code. All right, we can make and receive payments from other businesses, right? And you can keep you have that records, you have your records, you have it up to 18 months in which you can download, and you can store it within your management or your bookkeeping, wherever you would like to have your information there, all right? Set up and manage multiple branches. I'm going to use Mickles. Let's say there's a Mickles in Port of Spain, there's a Mickles in Centricity. As a business, you can create 2 separate branches. And within each branches, you can create a register for each cashier there. So you see how you can manage your accounting. See how that business tool is magnificent for you in managing your account. All right? You can process your funds, the word is instantly, and transfer to your account instantly. And similar as a consumer will be looking for businesses, that feature you have with getting notice via the nearby business, so that little aspect of it is marvelous, because within there, on your news feed also, you can also post, if you're having a sale today, you can go up on your news feed, post it up, we're having a sale, we're having a discount, and while they're searching, that will also come up in their poster Mickles is having a special today. All right, Camo is having a special. It comes up in the newsfeed. So it's an all-in-one awesome tool. All right. Now, some of the things for the businesses, there is the maximum amount per transaction is $50,000. Whereas from the customer perspective, your maximum amount per transaction is $10,000. All right. You can cash out. For businesses, you can cash out to your regular account same day. If you do it before 10, if after 10, next business day. So I have a little clip to show you on Scan P Done. So I'm going to play that for you now. You see that? Be safe, cash, cardless, you're not touching anything. You scan, you pay, you're out of there. Now let's look at splitting the bill. Or you're just at your favorite eating place or your favorite cafe. Again, simple. My two clips may not rival some of the movies I'm seeing that's happening on this week. So, but we will get there. Uses of ENDCASH again, make your transfer payments, your news feed, your nearby business. This is where the social element comes in, especially in your industry. That social element is key. Now, this is an example of how you can integrate ENDCASH with your current system. All right. Here we have Munchies, Neighborhood Munchies. They have integrated ENDCASH here as an option of payment. So before they even leave to come with your stuff, as a business, you already have that money there. As a consumer, it's already paid. You just have to collect your package and munch away. All right. Now, we're looking at how we can download ENDCASH, how we get in ENDCASH. All right. As I said, any business can download ENDCASH or sign up for ENDCASH in mere minutes. All right. However, all business must be verified in order to operate. And what I mean by verified, in essence, all your documents must be reviewed by a member of the bank. The ENDCASH team will review and approve. Once it's approved, once you're verified, you have all features and we'll be able to receive merchant collateral containing your unique QR code, which is where the scan comes in. All right. Unverified businesses, they can sign up for ENDCASH, but if you don't complete the KYC steps, will remain unverified. And that's not where you want to be, because although you have use of ENDCASH as an unverified business, you want the whole thing. If you're in it to win it. So you want to be a verified business. All right. So to be approved as a verified business is relatively simple. Here are the options we have. As an existing RBL merchant, what you'll really do, you'll just simply provide your merchant ID in the KYC request aspect of the application, and your profile will be reviewed and approved. right, as an existing RBL business account holder without a merchant account. For that aspect, all you have to do is fill out, we will request the documents from the branch where your business account is held, review same and approve the business, and you're an ENDCASH verified business. You may be wondering, as a non-RBL customer, but I maintain a business account with another bank, that is not an issue. You have a business account with another bank, RBL staff will request specific documents to have the business approved, and fine. What we will do is we would ask you for certain documents that are going to be your photo ID, proof of address, etc. Once we approve that, you're in the game, you're an ENDCASH verified business. Right? Now, the no relationship with any bank and an unregistered business. We know we have the mom and pops. We have a lot of Instagram entrepreneurs too, who also may not have registered their business. However, what we will require is simply a photo ID, proof of address, and once we verify that information, we may, based on what we get, we may require additional, but that is our two primary pieces of information we require to verify the unregistered, and you're also there. And the mom and pops can be like your little parlor store, your little shop at the corner, simple things like that, making it easy for them to have cardless cash and avoid having a lot of cash on them, the trips to the bank to make deposits as a business. You don't need that. You can cash out at your account when you choose to do so. And this is some of the verified business collateral. Once you're a verified business, this is the collateral you'll get. You'll get your ENDCASH accepted here sticker that you can place in your business doors. You get your ENDCASH QR code, which is on a nice acrylic stand you can have by any one of your registered or a place convenient to you. And then you get your badge with the lanyard. Now, this is cool for, again, I'm going to lean back to the entrepreneurs on IG, the Facebook businesses. Look at this. You're out doing deliveries. Someone is looking for something. They check nearby business, hey, or they check ENDCASH. You have what they need. You're in the vicinity. You roll by, they scan that QR code. That's your additional sale. It's done. You're even at a show, at an event, at a planned show, and you're mobile. You have your lanyard. You don't have to walk with your acrylic sign. They scan the QR code. Payment is there. Scan, pay, done. Right? The best thing with verified business, they have a higher wallet limit to receive funds. Unlike the unverified business, so you know it pays. Let's get verified. So it brings me to the end of my presentation. However, you can scan me and you get all the additional information you require on ENDCASH. Again, I want to thank you all for having us to be able to present on these. We believe these products and services that can fit nicely into your lifestyle and reduce the hassle or some of the hassle that we tend to go through on a daily basis. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys for the presentation. I just want to remind the audience watching that if you have any questions, now is the time to put them forward. We'll be checking our social media pages. So if you're watching, go ahead and post your questions in the comments. I do have a question about Cardless Cash. So the person receiving, do they have to have a bank account with you guys, or do they just have to download the app?
Okay, so Cardless Cash doesn't have an app. The person receiving does not have to be banking with Republic Bank. They do have to have a mobile device, a mobile phone,
right?
Most likely with either, depending on their communication provider, their data plan, or enough funds on their phone to receive the SMS, because the SMS comes with a cost. Once they have that, they go at any one of our Blue machines throughout Trinidad and Tobago, wherever it's convenient to them, and they can withdrew their funds. They can access the funds
Okay.
that's been sent to them.
So it's as simple as that. It's just a text message.
It's just a SMS, correct.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so far we still have no more questions. So in the meantime, I don't know if you just want to remind us, Troy, of the special discount offer to TTFF. Is it for TTFF participants? Do they have to say anything? Do you have to mention anything special, or is it for anything in particular?
Right. So what they can do when they submit the application, just indicate that it was probably just tag TTF Film Festival, and we'll know that it is a participant from Film Festival itself. So we'll process and really offer them the discount. So the discounts are one, the first month free. All right, so they won't need to pay subscription fee first month. To the next 3 months, they're going to get 35% off of their monthly subscription.
And this is between the periods of Monday the 27th to October the 31st.
Monday 27th to October 31st.
And where exactly do they need to go to find this registration? Just go to your website, and is there, what do they look for?
Sure, they can go to our website, republictt.com, and under the commercial section, right, they will see, I believe it's merchant services, but they will see all the options. So they will see all point sales service, or e-commerce service, ECH, etc. All right, so they want to select the eBay option, right? They will find the application form there. So basically what I mentioned here, they will actually be able to find all of that information, all right, in terms of benefits of the service, how to apply for the service. You'll get the contact information for the team members here, right? If they want to call in directly and speak with any one of us, right?
And just make sure to say TTFF.
Just make sure that the TTFF, that's it.
Right.
Right. Once we receive it, we start processing it. We will then reach out to the person accordingly, let them know what are the next steps. All right. Just to find out about the business, etc. All right. Once this is done, we will then do our internal processing. Reach back out to them, send them emails agreements, along with some other documents to complete for us. And once we get back those completed documents, we are now able to create the merchant account for them and start the processing in terms of getting the invoicing platform set up for them.
Do you have any idea how long that process will take? Let's say if somebody responds to you immediately, do you have any idea how long they should expect a process like that to take?
So once if they respond immediately, our general initial processing time, let's say new merchants, they don't have a merchant account with us at all, right? Let's say within 2 days, they should get some feedback from us. And this is really one, once we receive it, we confirm receipt. Two, once we confirm receipt, we submit for processing. Once all the documentation is there. So inclusive of the application form, we will need like registration documents, copies of IDs of the director listed.
Right, all the necessary stuff.
Correct, basic stuff, and it is actually listed on the application form as well.
Great, so everything is clear for everybody to see what they need in advance.
It is clear. All right, and all of this can be emailed to us, so no need to drop it off at the branch or anything like that. Scan it, email it to us, and we start processing. Right, so,
fantastic.
So that email process, let's say about 2 years. All right, once we do our initial checks and everything is good, we will then start doing assessment of the business, right, where the representative will reach out to the business. So we have representatives assigned to specific areas. So South, Tobago, West, East, etc. So we have a designated representative for each area.
Right, so everybody's not competing with each other at the same time. So it makes it happen faster, and yeah.
Happen a lot faster. All right, and
okay.
Once your representative contacts you, usually just for basic information, because a lot of the time, what we do, when it's online, check to see if it's an online business. We will check whether the merchant's website, their social media features, etc. We call them just to get some additional information. All right, so that's the speed of the process a lot more too. So sometimes, even in the merchants, whether it's their website or mobile application, there's an about us So you can actually put that information and find out a lot more about the merchant, right? Without being back and forth with that. So use that initially, and then you call them if you need any additional information, etc. So I mean, we try to make the process as seamless as possible and as simple as possible for them also.
Okay, so everything is there and straightforward for everybody to follow. Fantastic, because I know sometimes these things tend to be complicated and people get frustrated and, you know, and then it just turns you off of the whole thing. So that's good to hear. Once it's straightforward and simple, you know,
I think once the application form is formed in terms of what's required, because sometimes I'll tell you this, we may see application forms with no documentation attached to it. So it means that now you need to contact the merchant, right? Try to get them to send the forms to us, and sometimes that in itself it takes some time. So it kind of delays the process of going through. So once we get everything up front, we're able to really breeze through the process and make it a lot simpler.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Well, we haven't had any questions from the audience. So I think I'm just going to wrap it up there and say thank you to Patrice, thank you to Troy, and thanks again, everyone, for attending this event brought to you with the support of Republic Bank Ltd. On behalf of the TTFF, we hope that you gain some insight into this topic and hope to see you again at other events throughout the festival. Remember, films are available on our website, ttfilmfestival.com. If you enjoyed this presentation or have any suggestions, please be sure to share your experience with us. You can email me at admin@filmco.org. If you do happen to post about it on social media, please tag us in your posts because we like to be connected to our filmmakers and friends. So we wish you all the best and enjoy the rest of the festival. Thanks again, Patrice. Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Neil. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.